Welcome back. This is our third tutorial, and in this tutorial we're going to be covering taxi and also takeoff. First things first, if you've just come straight from the last tutorial, you'll notice that our IRS is now aligned. You can now notice that we can turn off our APU. We need to put our engine control switch to normal. We need to set our flaps to our takeoff position, which was flaps 2 for my particular flight. We're not on VATSIM, so we don't need to tune. We don't need to worry about any of that today. Now you notice we're going to be on managed LNAV. We're going to be managed VNAV, but in terms of the speed, in fact, no, we'll leave it unmanaged. So let's see how we cope with that. So this particular, if you've been used to the default A320, you'll notice this thing takes off like a rocket. The mod, they've cooled it back a little bit. We should take off between 160 and 180 as we climb to 1,000 feet. It shouldn't be shooting to 250, 300 knots now. But cool. So we are going to pop our taxi lights on. We're going to taxi through to runway 33, which is just not too far away. This particular development mod is impacting my frames at the minute. You'll see the frames in the bottom right hand side. In terms of the tutorial of the mod, I don't mind for today. The master, if you've downloaded this mod from the master repository, you'll find that you won't have a problem. But we're working on that as well. Well, the developers are, not me. I'm not a developer. I'll make that very clear. I'm just a tester. Right, super. Runway 33 in Birmingham is just here. Now my settings, we're on Ultra. Computer is an i7-9700K processor, 16GB of RAM, 2070 RTX GPU. We average in the cockpit when we're not in the development Neo 30 to 35 frames on maximum settings, and outside 70 to 90. In fact, if I just go outside view, what we get, it jumps up to 50, 55. So again, the mod in development is affecting my frames on there as well. But okay, nothing to worry about there. So we will hold short of runway 33. So we need our takeoff lights on. Our landing lights, apologies, not takeoff lights, and our nose lights takeoff. We need our brake set to RTO. Now I've noticed if you touch the brake, it will turn off your auto brake, so just bear that in mind. Okay, it's a bright day, sunny day. We'll just line up, we'll take off. If you've got any ideas for tutorials or anything you want to know about, feel free to leave a comment and I'll happily put something together if I'm confident around the subject. Okay, so clear on the left, clear on the right. So V1 speed I think was 120, but I'll double check that. So we are, I always like an external look just to make sure we're lined up. Okay, so we're going to go 40%. And then Toga, we now get SRS, runway and nav in blue on here, which is what we want to see. Get a bit of gyro drift on here as well. So we'll see our speed is coming up on 120, which is V1, and we'll gently pull back. We have a positive rate of climb and we'll go gear up. Now we've gone past our flaps 1 speed. And flaps up. And then we'll pop into our autopilot. So just want to keep an eye on the speed for now to make sure we're not running away, and we're going to go to climb first. So on an Airbus we need to bring down the climb so that it's in this gate here, which is basically an automated throttle, so it will keep its eye on itself now. So we need to watch this speed. It's locked out at 250, so it may just pass that for a second, but it should fall straight back down. The throttles are pulling back. Yeah, there we go. Just need to turn our nose light off and our runway lights off. Okay, we're just going past 6,000, so standard set. Look, we'll have a look outside now. This is the beautiful sim. Next for us is at 10,000 feet where we turn off the landing lights. And landing lights are off. Wonderful. We'll have a look outside before we end this tutorial. Let's go to our fixed camera, my favourite view, and look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? It's just beautiful. Okay, thank you for joining this tutorial, and join me on the next tutorial, which will be approach and landing. Thank you. Bye-bye.